Okay, here we have one on the UFO war, Chinese and naval operations.
It is September 17, 2012 on a Monday, 4:19 p.m. Pacific Time. Up next, UFO war, Chinese and U.S. Navy off San Francisco. This is posted by Gordon Duff, a senior editor at Veterans Today. Joint Fleet fends off UFO threat, is what it says. This last week, reports of Chinese naval vessels off the U.S. coast, Northern California in particular, have been reported but denied. Now, an Asian intelligence agency report that a combined fleet operation between the U.S. and China has been going on. A full combat operation against what we are told is a highly unfriendly extraterrestrial threat. Would you believe? Carrie Cassidy was an early source on this and should be credited. Here, initial suspicions were inaccurate, but her information has been confirmed. Oh, confirmed. The verifications of the fleet operations have been many. There have been no confirmation from the U.S. side, though the ships have been seen by every vessel that makes it offshore. The true nature of both the threat and the extent of the multinational military force used is beyond any imaginable classification level. Whoa! Amazing. The rumors are the following. Extraterrestrial craft are operating from underwater bases. Underwater bases. How many times have we seen video of something shooting out of the water? Advanced U.S. suborbital weapons platforms, represented as tested, have actually been deployed from Vandenberg Air Force Base. These are armed with energy weapons. UFO tracking has been moved from conventional to nanotechnology, with microscopic sensors being used to detect behaviors such as dimensional rifts and distortions in time, things only discussed in TV shows like Fringe and X-Files. All Fox, oddly enough. The actual classified memo on very short distribution mentions only the following. Opposition is extraterrestrial and extremely aggressive and unfriendly. That's not good. The threat represents a clear and present danger and is isolated to the Pacific Basin. Pacific Basin? China is forced to carry U.S. responsibility because our own naval capability is sitting in the Persian Gulf when America is under a very real threat. Attempts to seek confirmations or to directly verify these operations will lead to fatal consequences. Fatal consequences. Our confirmations limit us to this response, which I have chosen to represent in a highly deniable form out of personal interest. Others in the U.S. have better information and sources and have been silenced with warnings only. As to this being a total hose job, I don't see any advantage in it. For several months earlier this year, there have been disclosures tied to the UFO issue. One real sighting had been made over South Korea. After that, the internet has been flooded. Yes, Google's YouTube with manufactured phony UFO videos, some of beyond next generation quality. All information given on how UFO video or photos are analyzed is totally false. Childishly so, especially that the UFO networks, they are professionally self-discrediting. About 6 weeks ago, a study group was appointed out of NATO and another one in Asia to look at the pattern of UFO videos. A decision was made to aggressively investigate one or more groups. Being aggressively investigated on such an issue is not recommended. And I would love to be more entertaining, invent things, speculate, or perhaps include some fascinating videos. I either have to give this a 70% or reclassify a reliable official source as purposely leaking something that makes no sense. My suggestion is that readers follow other stories for verifications or information that would help in some way. Add it to the comment section and see if we can get a better grip on what may well be an extremely dangerous situation. Oh my God. Chinese naval forces off California said to be on joint UFO suppression mission.